Let's take a deep look into Kylie's transformation over the years. It's safe to say that Kylie's appearance has evolved significantly over time. In just a few years, the youngest Jenner has transformed from a sweet adolescent into an all-out glamour girl, becoming a social media star and beauty industry titan. As a young adult and throughout her adolescence, Kylie has dealt with allegations of cosmetic surgery following her dramatic makeover.
I know. People say things all the time.
Which includes an hourglass figure, a refined face, and a puffed up pout. To put it mildly, the striking difference in her appearance between these before and after pictures is astounding. But despite facing harsh criticism for having surgery when she was just 17 years old, Kylie used her most well-known feature, her ever-shifting lips, to create an empire. Today, Kylie Cosmetics is valued at an incredible $900 million.
I was 17 when I launched Kylie Cosmetics.
It seems like Kylie Jenner's makeover was worthwhile in the end because it has made her one of the richest women on the planet. When Kylie Jenner turned 17, her makeover was formally underway, and in a matter of months, her pout went from zero to hero. When Kylie started posting pictures again, the lipgate began in the middle of 2014. Without warning, her full lips emerged, revealing to the world that Kylie Jenner was more than simply a makeup artist. However, that was only the start. Her tiny lips, her old chin, and her freckles were long gone. Her full lips, fake eyelashes, and professional contouring emerged. 2014 saw the birth of a brand new Kylie Jenner, about whom everyone in the world hasn't stopped talking. What a transformation in the face. Despite the widespread belief that the beauty entrepreneur used lip fillers, Kylie misled multiple sources by claiming that her lip tricks were only the result of lip liner and a little lip balm. You guys have watched me grow up since I was 9. My face is going to get different. Now I know how to do my makeup, contour, and everything, she told Cosmopolitan. If only puberty were that gentle with us. Many people wondered if Kylie had added more plump lips to a selfie she took in 2015. Makeup or puberty won't significantly expand the size of your lips. Her lips were suddenly larger than life. Her chin and jaw had shrunk, and her brows were higher. Everyone was eager to discover the key to that gorgeous pout. In 2015, Kylie finally came clean and acknowledged getting lip fillers despite repeatedly denying it.
I have temporary lip fillers. It's just an insecurity of mine. And
Keeping Up with the Kardashians footage revealed that Kylie had temporary lip fillers. "It's just an insecurity of mine and it's what I wanted to do," she said. There were also rumors in 2015 that Kylie had received covert augmentations. She had changed her figure, and one photo shoot essentially proved it. Kylie denounced any rumors about surgery, asserting that a Wonder-type bra does the job. "Everyone thinks I've gotten an augmentation recently, and I haven't. I just used the Bombshell by Victoria's Secret. It's life-changing." She also attributed a fat-enhancing cream to her voluptuous hips and chest. When winter 2015 arrived, Kylie appeared to have aged 10 years. What a difference the lighter eyebrows and hair made. There's something fresh from Kylie Jenner every day. The Lip Kit Queen's pout gets a few inches plumper each year, rendering her physically unrecognizable to those who grew up with her. Kylie disclosed that Dr. Orion in Beverly Hills performed her Juvederm lip injections. According to reports, this mixture, depending on the injection site, lasts 4 to 6 months. They can be reversed, and Dr. Swift informed Hollywood Life that if you do not like the results, the doctor can inject the enzyme hyaluronidase to dissolve it. Whether it's a new hairstyle or cosmetics look, Kylie won't stop until she makes all the necessary modifications to her image. She disclosed the real reason she decided to get lip fillers on her reality TV show, Life of Kylie, and it has to do with a boy, of course. After her first kiss, the guy was like, "I didn't think you were gonna be a good kisser, cause you have such small lips." I took that really hard. When a guy says that, I don't know, it's just really affected me. I didn't feel desirable or pretty. It really sticks with you, she told her therapist on the show. Due to pregnancy rumors in 2017, Kylie avoided the spotlight and avoided social media. Many assumed she had done further work to her lips and cheeks when she was spotted in September with a newer look. Later on, it was established that the 20-year-old was indeed expecting. On February 1st, 2018, Kylie gave birth to her baby girl, expanding the Jenner family tree. Not only did this news change Kylie's look, but also changed her life. Being a mother means wearing less makeup and having a more mature, unforced appearance. The businesswoman acknowledged that she had taken out her lip fillers after having Stormy after admirers began to comment that she looked like the old Kylie. She admitted to her fans, "I got rid of all my filler." Though we could still see some plumpness there, her pout did appear smaller than usual, so we weren't confident it had totally vanished. The celebrity debuted her skincare line, Kylie Skin, with a more natural look. Rather than seeming heavily makeupped, Kylie aimed to create a natural look, even those freckles were making a comeback. When 2020 finally arrived, not everyone chose to go all out for their lockdown at home. And Kylie chose to go all out and embrace a completely new glamorized image. Kylie changed her appearance completely by coloring her hair brown, maybe adding more definition to her chest, and applying more cosmetics. Kylie continued experimenting with new hairstyles as 2021 arrived, even bringing back the larger pout. 2022 was primarily devoted to her pregnancy and the birth of her second child, and Kylie of course flaunted her glowing, stunning face and baby bump. You would think that being pregnant would cause a lot of erratic changes to one's physique and face, but not for this woman. Actually, Kylie didn't change in appearance. It seemed as though Kylie Jenner was attempting to simplify her appearance in 2023. The beauty mogul has been promoting a more understated, clean appearance, even though she still loves cosmetics and shapely looks. Maybe because she is a mother of two and promotes her skincare line, Kylie Skincare, this is the case.
I've got about 10 years where I still look good.
When diving into her acting career dreams, she said she has too much Botox to become a serious actor, and she refuses to gain weight for a role. Kim Kardashian is ready to take the acting world by storm, but she refuses to change her appearance to do so.
So that's all I've got in me.
She admitted in an episode of The Kardashians that she was not expecting this career turn to actress. Kim shared that she met with different studios to pitch her comedy film, The Fifth Wheel, which she described as a mix of The Hangover, Bridesmaids, and The First Wives Club. With so much on her plate, Kim joked she will have to give up something in her life and immediately chose sleep as the thing to go. She told her friends, "I can do a movie a year, I've got about 10 years where I still look good, so that's all I've got in me, and then I'll take some time off. That's my 10-year plan."
Kim Kardashian getting real about her 10-year plan.
Yep.
However, Kim's looks are off the table. She joked by saying, "I feel like you need less Botox for more emotion, and I don't have it." To prove her point, Kim jokingly tries to raise her eyebrows, which did little to her forehead. Fans also shouldn't expect Kim to lean into method acting for a role anytime soon. Just to touch on her saying she's only gonna look good for 10 years, it's not true. Some of the most beautiful women are over 50. Look at Salma Hayek, Halle Berry, Nicole Kidman, Vivica A. Fox. This is just to name a few. Kim clearly has an amazing team helping her look great, taking good care of herself, and probably the best surgeon in Hollywood.
I know it's gonna be worth it.
I have no doubt that she's still gonna be a bombshell 10 years from now. Going back to her Botox comment, many Hollywood and PR experts think Kim's Botox concerns aren't really an issue. Kathy Fielder weighed in on this. She said, "It does not affect or impact your ability to show emotion. There are many successful actors who utilize its youthful effects and are quite able to give award-winning performances. Makeup artists can work magic with their craft to create a lot of emotion on your face as well." And to add to her Botox comment, she also said, "I'm not going to be gaining 500 pounds for a role or losing. That's not where I need to be." Although she has a few non-negotiables in mind, Kim told her pals that she doesn't want to get ahead of herself.
Now it's like the pressure's on. This is happening.
The cool thing about Kim Kardashian is that she isn't afraid to try new things, and she does work very hard. She's got a great look, she's gorgeous, of course she'll do well in film. What do you guys think? Despite having only a few small movie roles in the past, Kim made headlines in 2023 when she landed a role on American Horror Story, Delicate.
We have to maintain boundaries, and this is one you don't want to cross.
While her role as an entertainment publicist received praise and criticism alike, Kim hired an acting coach and has delved deeper into the business ever since. With Kim's new acting venture, she admitted that she's aware of the challenges. She said, "Acting is not easy. It's a serious craft that needs dedication and practice. I want to do it right."
So, 10-year plan, guys. That's my 10-year plan.
Let's look into the biggest reasons people don't like the Kardashians. Kim was caught in a charity scandal. Perhaps the saying "no good deed goes unpunished" is accurate. That was revealed to Kim Kardashian in 2013 when she was involved in another issue involving charitable donations. With the money going to the victims of Typhoon Haiyan in the Philippines, Kim used eBay Giving Works to auction off some of her amazing creations that year. Sounds fantastic thus far. Not so much. However, when you look at the documents that purportedly indicated that the victims only received 10% of the revenues. Granted that operating expenses, fees, and the like prevented everyone from expecting 100% of donations to reach the cause, but none anticipated that only 10% would.
People don't see the context behind it.
Worse, documents indicated that she took some of the money for herself. You get to decide whether Kim Kardashian is being philanthropic or greedy, even though her representative has confirmed that she has been contributing 10% of all her earnings to charity, not just the revenue from auctions. They faked reality scenes. The reality series Keeping Up with the Kardashians, how authentic is it? As it happens, the response is not very. Kim appeared to stage her 2 on-camera marriage proposals, even to her most devoted admirers. According to show sources, Kim even requested a reshoot for one of her proposals, which she had personally planned and expressed no surprise at all. It has also been said that she has aided her well-known sobbing moments with the assistance of a tear stick. In actuality, the entire marriage was a sham, according to Kris Humphrey's divorce deposition. On the spin-off, Kourtney and Kim Take New York, an emotional moment in which Kim admits to her mother that she regrets her marriage has been said to have been filmed on an LA studio months after the incident, rather than in Dubai as previously reported. Kim made a tape. Although she was sufficiently exploited by her 2014 snapshots of herself that broke the internet, the tape that included her and rapper Ray J, her ex-boyfriend, was the actual low point. Created in 2003 but made public in 2007, the incident gave rise to Kim's reality show, her star status, and her family's financial prosperity. Kim, looking apologetic, told Oprah it was her greatest regret.
Did you feel betrayed by it?
I felt humiliated.
Although many don't believe her. Some even believe that Kim leaked the footage herself. Kim and the rest of the Kardashian family may have initially found it embarrassing, but they obviously moved past it. From the outside, it can appear like a tiny price to pay for the subsequent fame and wealth. Kim was married to Kanye. Kanye is the most egotistical celebrity there is, surpassing even Kim. In any case, that's what the haters say. Tabloid editors were jubilant at the pairing of these two. It would be difficult to find 2 more ostentatiously self-centered and disconnected adults, but they managed to find each other somehow. Surprisingly, this marriage had already surpassed her first effort at married bliss and was even more successful than her first. She claims that she's one of the few individuals who can tolerate Yeezy being around her and that he helps her with her sense of style. Haters love to detest them because they truly did complete each other. Just to see how that plays out, it would have almost been worth watching 10 more seasons of The Kardashian. Nearly, but not quite. Lastly, Kim has no talent. One thing is certain, people's obsession with Kim Kardashian is unstoppable, regardless of their feelings towards her. However, why is the question? She is not good at acting, dancing, singing, or cooking. Kardashian seems to lack any obvious aptitude at first glance, with the possible exception of shooting selfies and running businesses. Why then is she a global celebrity? She has a large derriere and is clearly skilled at self-promotion. But is that all? Her detractors are obsessed with the unanswerable question. It's a surprise why so many of us even know who she is. Kim Kardashian has gained notoriety for her voluptuous posterior and curvy body ever since she shot to fame. The creator of Skims enjoys showing off her curvaceous figure in provocative attire, but some of her followers were taken aback by how little her waist had gotten in her most recent Met Gala ensemble. Kim showed up to the highly anticipated event donning a sheer lace shirt and an incredibly little silver Maison Margiela corset. The John Galliano designed costume caused a great deal of anxiety among social media users, with one user speculating that she would be in the hospital by the end of the night. The TV personality's physique has undergone significant changes in the 2 decades that she had been in the spotlight. Following her ascent to stardom in 2000s, talk of her jealous curves swiftly heated up, with rumors swirling that she had received butt implants. However, Kim vehemently refuted the rumors, even going so far as to have an X-ray taken of her posterior during a Keeping Up with the Kardashians reality TV show episode. Despite her constant insistence that her well-known posterior is natural, Kim has been transparent about obtaining cosmetic procedures elsewhere in order to get her hourglass figure. She once acknowledged that after giving birth to her two oldest children, North and Saint West, she had her belly button tightened. Over the years, the businesswoman has also been brutally honest about some of the drastic steps she's taken to achieve her amazing body. She has previously acknowledged going through waist training, which involved wearing tight corsets for extended periods of time and needing breathing exercises in order to fit into one particularly form-fitting garment in 2019. She also notably disclosed in order to fit into Marilyn Monroe's Happy Birthday Mr. President gown for the 2022 Met Gala, she embarked on a diet, dropping 16 pounds in just 3 weeks. Female has dug into what Kim has said about her evolving physique over the years, including her diet, exercise regimen, and plastic surgery, as she gets criticism for her rapidly shrinking waistline due to her recent Met Gala ensemble. Kim's close friendship with socialite Paris Hilton helped her become well known in the early 2000s. She was frequently pictured beside her at upscale gatherings and events, and she made multiple appearances in the Parisian television series The Simple Life. She gained even more notoriety when a video of her and her ex-boyfriend Ray J was posted online in 2007. She began starring in the E! series Keeping Up with the Kardashians later that year, and the rest is history. The reality show was a huge hit and made Kim and her family extremely famous. She quickly expanded out into modeling and acting, appearing in the comedy Disaster movie the next year, after appearing on the December 2007 Playboy cover. Along with her business ventures, she debuted a training DVD series later that year and her first fragrance in 2009. While everything was going on, Kim kept building her empire on television by taking part in Dancing with the Stars, co-hosting WrestleMania 24, and appearing on America's Next Top Model. Kim's amazing figure grabbed attention right on, especially after she signed a brand deal with Quick Trim, a weight loss supplement. In a 2010 interview, she said that the diet firm had helped her lose 15 pounds. She started showing off her body in a number of advertisements for the company. However, she was then sued for endorsing the brand, along with her sisters Khloe and Kourtney Kardashian. In 2012, they were accused of making false, deceptive, and unsubstantiated claims about the weight reduction company in a $5 million class action lawsuit. However, the litigation was ultimately dismissed without finding the individuals involved. Kim quickly rose to prominence as one of the most recognizable faces in the world, but as her career took off, her figure started to transform. She opened up about having gained some weight on her blog in a very candid piece from 2012. "Yes, I have gained some weight, but I guess being happy and comfortable does that to you," she wrote. "I am back in the gym, watching what I eat, and I'm feeling positive. I just want to be at my target weight and feel good about myself. I hate feeling heavy and lazy, and it's not a nice feeling when my clothes don't fit. Just gotta stay focused." After welcoming her daughter North into the world in 2013, she opened up about the detrimental effects of her pregnancy's physical changes. She said, "I gained 60 pounds and I cried every single day over what was happening to my body, mainly from the pressures of being constantly compared to what society considered a healthy pregnant person should look like. It really broke me." She also clapped back at people who were criticizing her for losing weight on the internet after giving birth. Anyone who has had a baby knows how hard it is to lose weight, especially the last bit of weight. "And your body totally changes," she wrote on X, formerly Twitter. "Making fun of me pregnant and making fun of me trying to lose weight now. Shame on you. I'm not perfect, but I will never conform to your skinny standards. Sorry, not me. And by the way, I've lost a lot so far and I'm proud of that." When she appeared on the cover of Paper magazine in 2014, she famously posed with her butt on display, which provoked a lot of rumors regarding whether or not she had received implants to enlarge her posterior. She tried to shut the rumors down, tweeting in February of that year, "I'm seeing all these nonsense tabloids claiming I have butt implants injections. Get a life." Throughout 2014, she posted numerous photos of herself wearing an Anne Cherie corset to Instagram, marking the beginning of her waist training obsession. Kim utilized the low-carb Atkins diet to shed the baby weight she gained after giving birth to her son, Saint, in 2015. She later reflected on it, "I thought, I want to feel attractive again. I want to feel good about myself, and that was what did it for me." Kim broke down in tears during a 2017 Keeping Up with the Kardashians talking about the intense scrutiny she had to deal with over her appearance following the release of many paparazzi photos of her taken on a beach in Mexico. You definitely get a thick skin once you have been through it a lot, but pictures just keep coming up every day and they just won't let it go. Later that year, Kim claimed on The View that she took a break from working out due to health issues, but seeing how the public reacted to the photographs inspired her to get back in shape. "I hadn't worked out in 12 weeks. I had 2 surgeries on my uterus," she explained. "I was already not feeling like myself and people were sharpening them and making them look way worse, and then those were going around. I was like, okay, I'm gonna get it together." She said she had started working with bodybuilder Melissa Alcantara, adding, "I definitely think that you have to do the work. I get up every morning between 5:30 and 6, work out before my kids get up. I've been working out for an hour and a half each day. I see already in just a few weeks my body tightening up. I've literally just shrunk and come into place and I'm excited. We're doing these intense workouts and I love working out. That's a big stress reliever." She said she had lost 20 pounds and was down to 116 pounds in an August 2018 interview with E! News. "It just feels good," she said. "I didn't see results right away, but when you stick with something and you're consistent, you will. I love it. I work out about an hour and a half every single day, heavy weights. I don't do a lot of cardio." Regarding her diet, she disclosed in 2018, "My trainer Mel always says that before and after you train, you should eat simple carbs like sweet potatoes and small amounts of fat and protein like chicken. You should also have veggies with your meals since you need to help effectively break down and absorb your protein, fat, and carbs." There's a myth that eating carbs is bad, but this isn't true. Kim stated on Instagram after wearing a corseted Thierry Mugler dress to the 2019 Met Gala that she had to take corset breathing exercises to fit into the form-fitting outfit. "I have never felt pain like that in my life," she told WSJ Magazine afterwards of the look. "It left indentations on my back and my stomach." She notably launched her own shapewear company, Skims, later that year and unveiled a line of waist trainers. She told the LA Times of the company, "We don't want to flatten anything. We still want everyone's bodies to look like themselves and still not feel so restricted. I think sometimes certain shapewear is so hard to get on, and then once you get it on, it's so restricting and you can't breathe. I wanted everyone to feel comfortable and have the right amount of, I say, snatch, like to snatch you in, but have it still be really breathable and comfortable." In 2019, she disclosed that she had her belly button tightened subsequent to giving birth to her 2 children. "If anyone that's had babies understands what it does to your belly button afterwards and how much your belly button changes, then you really understand how much you need tightening around your belly button so that it can look back to normal," she said in a Snapchat video. Kim faced criticism as she kept losing weight because critics said she was encouraging young women to have unrealistic body standards. When asked about it in 2021, she explained, "I don't think we're promoting unrealistic body standards because I think we get up and we do the work, we work out." When Kimmy wore Marilyn's iconic gown to the 2022 Met Gala, she came under increased attention after disclosing some of the lengths she went to in order to get into it. "I tried it on and it didn't fit me, and so I said give me like 3 weeks. I had to lose 16 pounds by today to be able to fit this. It was such a challenge. It was like a role. I was determined to fit in it." Later, she revealed to Vogue that she had eliminated all carbs and sugar and embarked on a stringent diet to lose weight.
Kim Kardashian channeled her inner Marilyn Monroe in a new photo shoot. She looked awesome. She had a short bob and an animal print bikini that fans are going nuts over. Posted to her Instagram, some loved the look, but some also accused her of copying Marilyn.
The Marilyn dress is here.
While Kim didn't specify if the mostly black and white pics, which were styled by Soki Mack and lensed by Michael Bailey Gates, were for a specific magazine or brand partnership, the photos looked super cool. In a spotted bandeau style top, cheeky briefs, and matching eye mask by iconic leather brand Zana Bain, Kim showed off her famous curves for the camera. Her hair was styled by Chris Appleton in a perfectly blown out short crop reminiscent of Monroe's, and Kardashian took the look even further with skinny eyebrows, thanks to makeup artist Callie Kennedy. Friends and fans immediately clocked the connection to Marilyn, with model Winnie Harlow commenting, "So you're telling me this isn't Marilyn Monroe?"
I feel like I've always been in that space, like people always underestimate.
One popular comment declared that the shoot was giving a Marilyn Monroe Tiger's 1960 era vibe, referring to a photo shoot the late actress did while on the set of the 1957 film The Prince and the Showgirl with a stuffed tiger toy. It's no surprise that Kim might be channeling Marilyn. Who could forget the 2022 Met Gala dress that once belonged to Marilyn? In shocking news to no one, The historic Marilyn Monroe gown that Kim Kardashian wore to the Met Gala showed signs of damage.
No, and I mean, Ripley's were we worked together so well. There was handlers and gloves.
Before and after images posted on Instagram show new wear and tear on the garment, which Marilyn Monroe wore in 1962 to sing a sensual happy birthday to President John F. Kennedy. The images posted by private collector, the Marilyn Monroe collection, show the 60-year-old piece appearing to have threadbare sequins, tears along the back closure, puckering, pulled seams, and this is after Kim wore it to the annual fashion affair. Kim's decision at the time had been criticized by fashion historians and textile conservators, as well as gown's original designer Bob Mackie, whose fears about it have been confirmed.
It was such a process. I showed up to the red carpet in a robe and slippers.
Guys, how mortifying is this? The Marilyn Monroe collection, which considers itself to be the world's largest private collection of Marilyn's personal property, posted images on Instagram of the gown while it was on display at Ripley's Believe It or Not Hollywood. There, visitors could view the piece and the damage that Kim caused to the dress. There's a viral video of Kim even trying on the Marilyn dress. The dress seemed to be too tight and a button flies off of it. Textile conservators and fashion historians said that the dress, which hadn't been worn since Marilyn Monroe slipped into it, was too fragile to sustain being worn again. They feared that Kim was setting back the mission of historic costume collections and that the science of conservation with the stunt. Kim wore the dress only to the red carpet portion of the gala. She paired it with fur to conceal that the back zipper was only partially fashioned and then later changed into a replica. Many people were asking why she even needed to wear the original dress if she was just going to change into the replica anyway.
Kylie spoke candidly with Vanity Fair Italia about her life and career. She claims that her familiarity with being in the spotlight helps to keep her grounded. I grew up in the TV spotlight since I was 9 years old. It has always been natural to me. Notoriety, exposure never got in the way of my personality. Fame came early in my life. In a way, I can say it came naturally because I can't define a real before or after. It has always been that way. And I can't make comparisons with my family either because my family was not only there with me, my family is also what keeps me grounded, firmly anchored in the reality of things, of all things.
I love when you're needy. You're not all grown up yet.
She ignores all the hate. Kylie says she doesn't give a dang about what people think about her, according to her Vanity Fair Italia interview. You can't even imagine what I've read over the years about myself, but do you know what's new? I don't read the comments anymore. I've become strong and I've realized that I don't have to allow them into my life.
So just be you and don't change for anyone.
Of course, you get reactions and sometimes it is impossible not to get caught up in something that is blatantly false. Even in these cases, my mirror is my family, friends, people who love me. They are the only ones who give me back a true image of me, who really know who I am. She likes being true to herself. Kylie apparently has some secrets to staying true to herself that she shared in the interview that she had with Vanity Fair. I try not to think about all this responsibility. Since I was a child, I've realized that I have a lot of influence. I would dye my hair a certain way, and then when I met with the public, with my sisters, I would see so many women with the same hairstyle as mine. What I do then is simple. I strive to become a positive inspiration. I try to remain authentic to never betray myself. She learns from her family. Kylie, the youngest of 10 children, has benefited much from the experience of her elder siblings. She discussed the lessons that she has learned from each of her sisters. Chloe taught me tenderness and the ability to forgive. Kendall, the importance of friendship and unconditional love. Courtney, the value of health and the need to not be superficial. Kim, strength and the ability to always tell yourself that you can do it, come what may. Kim is really strong, really resilient. She absolutely loves being a mom. Kylie loves being a mother, and she has 2 kids, Stormy and Air. She discussed her experience as a mother and the advice she would give to future parents. I would tell those women not to overthink things and to live all the emotions of that moment to the fullest. Stay inside that moment, even if it is painful. I know in those moments you think that it will never pass, that your body will never be the same as before, that you will never be the same. That's not true. The hormones, the emotions at that stage are much, much more powerful and bigger than you. My advice is to live through that transition without fear of the aftermath. The risk is to miss all the most beautiful things of motherhood as well. She's a hiker. Kylie keeps quiet about a lot of her exercise regimen, but in 2021 she posted a video on her TikTok and Instagram featuring some of her favorite workouts. She's initially seen running up a grassy slope and going on a walk. She can then be seen using her home gym's treadmill. The photo was captioned, "Never miss a Monday." Good stuff. A good hike can clear the mind and connect you with nature. Sometimes I take a little hike when things get too much, and just listening to the noise nature produces helps me zone out. Highly recommend it. She loves a good plank. Kylie's abs are incredible. She naturally works out her abs a lot to stay in shape. Her favorite activity is doing the plank. Kylie performed the activity in her home gym in a prior Instagram video. She can be seen performing side planks and planks from her elbows. I don't think I've ever personally met someone who enjoys doing planks. Not only does it kill your core, but it's so boring. You literally pretend you're a piece of wood for as long as possible. To each their own, I guess. She feels more confident now than ever. Kylie Jenner has never hidden her former insecurities, particularly those related to her lips. She did, however, admit to Hum Girls that she has been much more at ease with herself ever since having her children. "It's made me love myself more. I see my features in my daughter and my son now, but you know, my daughter looks like me. I get to see my beauty in her, and it's made me love myself more for sure. Beauty is always changing for me." She has a huge passion for makeup. Throughout her career, Kylie has undertaken numerous endeavors, and it appears that she discovered her calling. "I think my love in life, my passion, is makeup," she told Girls. "That's where it all started. It's what keeps me going every day, being creative on Kylie Cosmetics. I started my brand when I was 17. I've grown so much. I have such a different vision for what I want it to be. I used to do a lot of limited edition collections, which are so fun, but my goal is to continue to elevate and extend the core line. This year and beyond, we're looking to do things we've never done before. You know, skin and eyes and mascara and all the essentials that you need. I'm just like rebranding." She's grateful for the life she lives. The entire Kardashian Jenner family became executive producers and received equal compensation when they inked a $100 million contract with Hulu. The show's least noticeable character, Kylie, upset her sisters by canceling a planned family vacation to Aspen. Even Kim was surprised that Kylie was coming, adding in confession, "I honestly can't believe Kylie showed up."
But it's always like this. It's always like this.
Although Kylie admitted to being enthusiastic about the trip, her anxiousness increased to the point where she asked to leave, even as the jet was taxiing on the runway, after learning of the plane's delay caused by bad weather. A stewardess informs that the weather will cause a 30-minute delay, but by the time the flight gets to 48 minutes later, the plane is still on the ground. The captain's heard saying, "I just need the visibility and rifle to get a little bit better for us to get in there."
So I just need the visibility and rifle to get a little bit better for us to get in there.
Because right now, the only airport in that area that I can get into is Grand Junction. Kendall asks how far Grand Junction is from Aspen, and Chris says it's at least a 3-hour drive with the snow. I don't think that's safe. I don't like to drive in the snow. The last time I was in Aspen, there were 3 crashes just around. My assistant crashed, Kylie says. While on a grounded private flight, Kylie is told not to talk about crashes. She responds, "I'm just saying I don't want to drive 3 hours in the snow." Chris says in confession, Kylie's anxiety is kicking in, and I totally understand. You know, there's a lot of moving pieces right now. Kylie tells everyone, "I'm here, I'm ready, I'm packed, I'm ready to go. I'm not going to Grand Junction." As they cut to 23 minutes later, with the pilot saying, "I think the best bet is to let me launch to Grand Junction and let me see what the weather is looking like." The pilot says, noting that he will be making progress reports. Kendall asks if he's positive that he can make Grand Junction, and the pilot says, "Oh, 100%. And Kendall says, "Oh, then let's just go." Kylie says in confession, "I'm really good with flying. I am now. I wasn't in the past a few years ago. I've gotten much better, but I am having a lot of anxiety." Kylie tells everyone on the plane, "I've been having a really bad feeling for the last 2 days." As everyone says, "Kylie, why would you say that?" Kylie then adds that she couldn't even sleep the previous night. As Kendall says, "Kylie, the fact that you even put that out there in the universe is one of the weirdest things." And Khloe agrees. That's a terrible thing to say. Kylie asks, "What am I supposed to say? Just keep it inside?" And as Kendall states, "You're not supposed to speak it into existence."
You're supposed to keep, yes, you're not supposed to speak it into existence.
Kylie says in confusion, "I'm just not comfortable right now, and I'm thinking about my kids. I may be dramatic, but I feel like something isn't safe." Kylie tells them all, "I just have a really bad feeling." As the family isn't sure how to react, as Kylie adds, "I don't like these series of events. I think I'm going to get off." Kim insists everything's going to be fine, as Chris says, "We can go and fly to Grand Junction." But Kylie says, "I don't want to go. I just have a lot of anxiety." Kylie adds as Khloe tells her to tell the guy that she wants to get off, since they have started started taxiing down the runway. Kris says in confession, "The minute Kylie says turn the plane around, I want to get off, I know she's serious, and I know the anxiety is overwhelming because now she's really worried." Kendall remarks, "We're already taxiing, now we have to go back in," as Kris informs the stewardess that Kylie wishes to exit the aircraft. Kendall adds in confession, "I've known Kylie since the day she was born, and I'm not discrediting her panic. I don't know why she does this, but it's part of a pattern for her. She's done this many times. I think she just thinks she can get away with whatever." Kim and Kendall begin to gripe as the jet stays on the ground while Kylie is on the phone with Kris. But it's always like this. Always effing like this. Kim says, as Kendall adds, "The fact that she always gets out of this S is very effing annoying." Kris adds in confession, "I know the other girls are frustrated, but it's one of my babies. Of course I'm gonna understand and not get mad at her. I don't want her to feel anxious." Kris tries to pass the phone to Kendall, but she vehemently refuses, saying, "I'm the wrong one. I'm the wrong one." Kris asks Kylie if she could find a ride back to the airport. She'd still love for her to join them, but Chloe snaps, "Why don't you just hang up the phone? She's not getting on, just move on." As Kim jokes, "And you're never getting your luggage back." As Kris claims they're about to take off and hangs up, they all start screaming that they're going to wear her clothes. As the plane takes off, Chloe exclaims, "This is going to be a great trip." And Kris confides, "I just hope she'll figure it out, calm down, change her mind, and join us in Aspen." The plane lands as Kim says in confession, "We made it to Aspen, -1. It's like so ironic that we're like, Kylie never shows up. Well, she technically didn't. She didn't follow through, but I still hope Kylie shows up." As Kris gives them a text from Kylie regarding the jokes they made about her luggage, they all pile into a waiting SUV. Kylie said, "Some of those outfits on the plane are my Paris stuff from designers. I packed some for Aspen, so I know they were kidding, but make sure no one actually wears anything because I won't be able to get more outfits in time for Paris." They all start making jokes as Kim suggests, "Let's undo the stitches so when she puts it on it all unravels." As Chloe says, "No, we are definitely wearing it." Kim adds, "I just really can't believe Kylie managed to get out of everything." As Chloe says, "She always does." Kris adds in confession, "I know the girls are upset, and they're upset because they wanted to spend time with Kylie." Kendall says in confession, "I definitely get really sad when she kind of bails on things like this because she's my only snowboarding buddy. Everybody else skis and we grew up doing it together, so part of it for sure is just sadness for me. Like, dang, I was excited," she adds.
The Kardashians have no choice but to follow some secret rules when filming to make sure everything goes smoothly.
Stop.
One of these insane rules is that literally anyone who comes close to a Kardashian has to sign an NDA. Imagine going to the grocery store to get a pack of gum and everybody in the store has to sign paperwork. Nuts. Apparently it's Kim Kardashian specifically that is so paranoid about keeping her personal life in check that she's taken to forcing girlfriends into signing NDAs before even agreeing to go on coffee dates with them.
No, because she's just very judgmental.
But being one of the most famous people on the planet, this is kind of understandable. But these next rules, they are gonna blow your mind. They can't film the exterior of their home at all, even going as far to film a fake home due to safety reasons. With that being said though, the interior of the home that's filmed is completely legitimate. Kim was quoted saying, "My old home in Beverly Hills was really my home and I would get people showing up at all hours, ringing my gate, had to call the police on several occasions. There'd be people hopping the gate and scaring me and it was so unsafe." The Hollywood Star Tours would stop by too because they recognized my home from the show. Kylie was asked about her extreme nails in a 2017 interview with Elle magazine and how she deals with their length. Kylie responded, "I get them done once a week, which isn't normal." Kendall, who was also involved in the interview, then added that Kris would make us do it. She would have a nail artist come to the house once a week and she would make us get our nails done. She was like, "You are never gonna look like you're not put together," so we were always getting them done. Kendall says she only gets them done now for photo shoots, but Kylie takes her mom's advice and gets them done weekly. I guess that's why she's the favorite. Another bizarre rule is that Kris gets the final say of what's aired on TV. In 2017, Kris admitted to The Hollywood Reporter that she has in the past deleted footage she found unflattering. Just like it's understandable why Kim wants to shield what's left of her private life as much as possible, it's also not surprising that Kris has the final say of what gets shown. And just like many people believed Kendall was privileged enough to not know how to cut a cucumber properly, others had another theory, that Kris knew this and she knew the clip would go viral. They also have social media rules that they need to follow, but is this one really that surprising? Following Kim's robbery, the entire family understandably increased their security. Kim went on to share that she tightened the restraints of her social media even when filming with a large team. Kim quoted, "It really changed our lives. This layer of extra security needed to happen. On social media, I'll never post something where I'm at home unless I know there's 4 to 6 security guards. We know when we're filming, it doesn't air until months later, so we can share that and be free and always be who we are. When Khloe had her daughter True in 2018, she told fans that her daughter will not be allowed to watch the Kardashians until she's 13 years old. However, she's since changed her mind about this rule because she shared a video of her daughter watching an episode. Awkwardly enough, this episode discussed Tristan's cheating scandal. Some of these weird rules apparently come from Kylie, who is said to be a massive diva. The Mirror said that Kylie's behavior wasn't pretty behind the scenes. Kylie had demanded a long list of things. Among them was her own personal glam squad, 2 dressing rooms. She insisted that she have 2 VIP parking spots because she did not want to walk from the parking structure to the studio, which is less than a block away. Take it all with a pinch of salt, but this is what sources say.
The way Kris handled her daughters was one startling thing. According to Cosmopolitan, Ellen Pearson Kardashian sold pages from her husband Robert Kardashian Sr.'s personal journal following his passing. That notebook and Pearson claimed that when Khloe and Kim were young girls, Kris Jenner mistreated them. Furthermore, it is said that Kris was always eager to take advantage of her kids in order to get money while they were young. And some people even think this attitude persisted into the girls' maturity.
I'm your momager, manager, mother, name a title.
Pearson stated that the extent of Kim's punishment included both physical and mental, as well as persistent teasing over Khloe's weight. Naturally, Kris claimed that these allegations actually never happened, and it appears that the only supporting documentation available is what Pearson and Kardashian Sr.'s notebooks say. Regardless of the veracity of the allegations, Kris will stop at nothing to grow her family's substantial and powerful enterprise. Kim didn't lose her earrings on vacation, apparently. The Kardashian family is well known for taking lavish trips and experiences. One particularly special trip to Bora Bora was featured on Keeping Up with the Kardashians. Kim allegedly misplaces her diamond earrings when she was there.
Oh my god, I'm gonna cry, my diamond earrings!
Which prompted the entire family to look for her priceless jewelry in the ocean. Of course, the loss of something so valuable and significant attracted a large audience and generated a tremendous deal of internet conversation about the occurrence. The issue: Kris Humphries, Kim's ex-husband, allegedly claimed it never happened on RadarOnline.com. Kim didn't really lose her earring. The whole thing was staged to garner attention. Even if there were other occasions when Keeping Up with the Kardashians staged a fake event, the missing earrings serve as a perfect illustration of how unrealistic the reality TV show really is. It also demonstrates to viewers that they should withhold pity and judgment when anything happens on the show, since it can be staged to gain attention. Apparently, they also aren't great employers. There have been rumors circulating that when Keeping Up with the Kardashians originally aired in 2007, the family, particularly the children, was incredibly gracious to the film team. But as the show went on and the family became more well known, their respect and friendliness towards the crews they collaborated with decreased, leading to awkward and uncomfortable situations behind the scenes. The Sun claims that the Kardashians constantly chastise staff personnel and place impractical demands on everyone who gets in their way. In order to present themselves in the best possible light on the show, the girls often attempt to control what happens or insist on numerous reshoots of straightforward scenes, often at the expense of the other members of the family and crew. Another interesting allegation is that Kim's previous marriage with Kris Humphries was for ratings. Kim's incredibly brief marriage to Kris Humphries was one of the most talked about Keeping Up with the Kardashians occurrences. The union lasted for fewer than 3 months, and in the months that followed, it made headlines. Humphries apparently felt deceived by Kim and thought the marriage was only for show, as the entire setting was unpleasant.
Do you think you owe him an apology?
Absolutely.
The Washington Post claims that raising publicity and viewership for the Kardashian family show is precisely what the marriage was intended to accomplish. Kim actually requested that she bid Humphries farewell on the program, but the producers turned her down. Humphries has requested to be left off of Keeping Up with the Kardashians entirely and no longer wants anything to do with the family. Kris Humphries' proposal was apparently reshot multiple times. The relationship between Kris Humphries and Kim Kardashian was one of the most talked about Keeping Up with the Kardashians moments. People were eager to hear about Humphries' proposal to Kim, so it makes sense. Even though a lot of people now believe the couple's relationship was staged to boost ratings, many viewers were also captivated by their upcoming engagement at the time. Everything went off without a hitch at the appointed time, and it seems that the family was happy with it as well. According to Huffington Post, a producer acknowledged that the proposal was made more than once so that the camera team could take many shots to try and acquire the best perspectives for the show. Some even said Kim was involved in arranging the lighting and location to obtain the personal perspectives she desired. Kim's tapes may have been leaked by her mom. The disclosure of Kim's private video with Ray J is undoubtedly one of the most contentious events in the Kardashian narrative.
Did you feel betrayed by it?
I felt humiliated.
Kim sued the corporation to keep the tape private at the time of its initial disclosure. Many, however, brought up Kim's impressive $5 million profit from the home video, so it's plausible that the leak was done for publicity purposes. Ray J claims that Kim's mother, Kris, was the one who actually made the footage public. Many think Kris's release was intended to draw attention to the family, and it was a very successful strategy. The first season of Keeping Up with the Kardashians debuted to a robust viewership just 6 months after the footage was leaked. In response, Kris claims that she had nothing to do with the leak during a lie detector test on the Late Late Show with James Corden. How about this one? Kanye may have bought his house just to get away from the Kardashians. Many people anticipated that popular hip-hop artist Kanye West would be a regular on Keeping Up with the Kardashians after his marriage to Kim. But Kanye knew that his newfound fame would not come at the expense of Kris Jenner creating plans for him and his family. Plans that Kanye would surely detest, in an attempt to capitalize on their marriage. Reportedly, in an attempt to stay away from the show and Kris's influence, Kanye bought a house in Bel Air for himself, Kim, and their future family. It's interesting to note that being the first to reveal details about their family, Kanye essentially stole Kim's limelight. According to a story by Us Weekly, Kim stated that she didn't want Kanye to live in Wyoming, far away from everything after their divorce. Kris may have tried to bribe the press. The Kardashians built a prosperous enterprise on their family name. The Kardashian ladies are adept at promoting their brands and living through everything from their show to clothing lines to smartphone apps. Naturally, success like this inspires new ideas, and Kris's launch of her own talk show was one among them. Kris was terribly disappointed by the minimal viewership and unfavorable ratings her show received. According to the New York Post, Kris was not deterred by the negative evaluations and decided to compensate for a better review in order to make amends. According to some accounts, Kris mailed a $325 Tiffany pen to a New York Post reporter who had given the show a low review. The writer took offense at the short note attached to the pen, which asked for a better review the next time and ignored it. The house shown as establishing shots in the show isn't actually Kris's house. Many fans may be unaware that the house exterior on Keeping Up with the Kardashians isn't Kris Jenner's. Even though it never appears on screen for an extended period of time, the house on the show is around 20 miles away from her own residence. The aforementioned property serves as a prop that gives the Kardashian family a charming looking place to live. Actually, the house from Keeping Up with the Kardashians has been in other television series such as True Blood and American Horror Story. When the house went out for sale, this truth became quite apparent, and Jenner wasn't the one selling it. North West might be living the largest out of her siblings. North West's parents provided her with an opulent lifestyle, even though they never allowed her to have as much screen time as they did. Her room decor and wardrobe were all designer made and of the highest caliber. It has been disclosed that Kanye and Kim alone spent more than $1 million for North's nursery. Everything was specially ordered from world-class designers and produced to order. West and her siblings continued to enjoy opulent toys and clothes from their early days of affluence, and Kim was always happy to post about them on social media.